Hey guys, my name is Juan and I'm going to show you a cool project that you can do using an Arduino microcontroller, a computer, an LED strip, and a couple of electronics. So let's get started with the Arduino. The Arduino is a microcontroller, so you can use it to make all sorts of things like robots and light up LED strips and other stuff. It's a really useful open source tool, and what open source means is that basically there's a community of people from all over the world that really publish code for it that you can use. So it's very easy to like jump into it and just click and drag some code onto it and program it to do whatever you need to do. So we're going to follow the guide in this website called Audectra.com. It's a very simple guide. It's actually right here, step by step, but I will guide you through it. So what you will need is an Arduino board. This one's an Arduino Uno. The code that's in here is for the Arduino Mega, so we'll do some slight modifications to make it work for this. You also need a breadboard right here, and you need an LED strip. You can also use RGB LEDs if you don't have a strip handy. So, you also need some jumper cables, and these little guys are transistors, and we'll get more into that later. So, the way that you wire this, if you want to get closer, you want to plug your Arduino in, take your breadboard here, you want to stick these in facing the same direction. Oops. And before I stick this one in, I'm just going to explain what each of the legs are. So a transistor is made up of 3 leads. One of them is the base, this one is the collector, and this one is the emitter. So what a transistor does, it basically picks up a signal from the base and it amplifies it to whatever voltage is between the emitter and the collector. So that comes in handy because the Arduino operates at 5 volts and our strip operates at 12 volts. So if we just sent the signal from the Arduino to the LED strip, it would be too weak for it to light up. So that's why we need to use these. Alright, so now what I will do, I'm going to connect the digital outs of the Arduino to the base of each transistor. So on the Arduino Uno, the pin outs that you want to use are either the 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, or 11. So I'm just going to do 3, 5, and 6. And then I'm going to hook it up to the corresponding base of each transistor. So, also another point is that breadboards are connected in this direction. So, for example, by plugging this wire into this hole, it's going to be connected to this lead right here, which is the base of the transistor. But it's not connected going this way. Alright, so now I'm going to wire the collector of the transistor, and I'm just going to wire them all over here, and I'm going to make a little ground so they all connect to that ground. Alright, and finally we also need to ground our Arduino board. So it's now grounded. And lastly, we're going to connect all the grounds to the negative terminal of our power supply, which is right there. That's the power supply. Okay. Now we're going to connect the positive lead of the power supply. Oh wow, this is tricky. Right here. And then I'm going to hook up the emitter of each transistor. Right here. Alright, so I'm going to assume that it's going to be RGB going left to right. So red, green, and blue. Alright, so now we have everything wired up correctly, and all we need to do is load up some code into the board so that it really knows what to do. So we're going to go to the Ardectro website on the download section, and there is an easy guide and a skilled do-it-yourself guide. We have actually gone the do-it-yourself way, the skilled way, and so we're going to click that code. If you do the other code, it's not going to work with our setup. And we're going to copy the code, launch the Arduino program, which can be downloaded on the Arduino website for free, and then we're going to do some slight modifications. So this program was made for the Arduino Mega, which has a slightly different layout. On the Arduino Uno, the pins that we want to use are either 3, 5, 9, 10, or 11. And you can tell them apart because they have squiggly lines next to the numbers on the board itself. So we're going to use 9, 10, and 11. And that's all we really need to change. So we're going to compile the sketch and upload it to the board. And that's done. Now we're going to launch the Ardectro app, which you can download from the website itself. I'll show you guys right here. Yeah, this is what you want right here. And now we're just going to start playing some music. And you can see different lights light up to different sound features, and that's because the program itself takes in the information from your sound card and analyzes it. It can do, it basically splits up the signal into bass, middle, and high values, and it assigns color intensity to each one.